Do you wake up every morning excited, strong, empowered, ready to start your day, ready to see what the day has to offer? No? Not you? Yeah, me neither. I didn't start there either. Initially, I had a job I didn't like. I had health that was failing, going downhill really fast. I had a relationship with my daughter that was all about orders. Go here, pick up your clothes, eat these foods, do your homework, do all this stuff. I had no time for myself, and I couldn't even imagine having time for dating, let alone a relationship. I was lost in my life, and it really felt like I was trapped in a box with a big lock and no key. I had no idea how to fix it. Now, I had created this life. I worked hard to create this life. I had a good job and a nice house in a good neighborhood. My daughter went to a wonderful school. We had great friends. We went on vacations. Basically, a normal life, a nice, normal life. And it really was pretty good. But there were times when I didn't want to have anything to do with this life. I wanted to run away. I wanted to hide in the closet, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. Now, I ignored those feelings and I kept building my life, my wonderful, successful life. Well, one day I got a wake up call. I woke up one morning and I couldn't move. My back was hurting, my neck was hurting, my legs were like logs. I just couldn't move. And I'm laying in their bed and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm misresponsible. I'm misreliable. I must get things done. I got to get these people to school. I got to get out to work. I got to do all the errands I have to do. How am I going to do this? And I can't even get out of bed. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And above all of this going on in my head, I heard a voice scream, enough, enough, enough. I am tired of being stuffed in a box. Well, I had hid my true self my entire life so that any situation I went to, I could fit in. I could be accepted. I could be safe. Now, in doing this, I basically became disconnected from my life. I was like a character living my life instead of me. I had no emotions, no true emotions, and I really couldn't feel anybody else's emotions either. So that meant when people tried to give me things like love or help or abundance, I couldn't really receive them. And I also really didn't know who I was. I didn't know how to be me. I really, by disconnecting, had lost myself. Now, I sat down that day and I closed my eyes and I looked at that box. And actually, it was a pretty big box and it had a pretty big lock on it. And I had sat there and asked, where's the key? How do I open the box? How do I free myself and get out of this box? Well, it came to me. There was a key. And the first key was to love myself. Open my heart and love myself. Now, this was a big deal because I really had no clue how to love myself. So I had to think about this one too. And the answer came back. The first thing I needed to do was change the image of myself. In some areas of my life, the image of myself was pretty good. I was okay with it. But in other areas of my life, the image I had for myself was horrible. It was very mean. It was very wrong. It was just really a bad image. So I had to come back and think of a good image, basically create a true image as opposed to one that I had created because I hated that part of me. The other thing I had to do was change the words that I used. Now, again, in some areas of my life, I used wonderful words with myself. I was very nice to myself. In other areas of my life, I was constantly badgering myself. I was constantly negating myself and just really, really being bad to myself, talking back and just really tearing myself apart. And that had to stop. How could I love myself and use such derogatory words that tore me apart? And these are words I would never use for anybody else. So I had to sit back and really watch what I was saying to myself, what was going on in my head, and change the words that I used. A third thing that I found that I had to do was to care about myself. I had given all of my time away to everybody else because I didn't matter. I didn't care about myself. So I had to take some of that time back. And in taking some of that time back, it gave me time to work on my physical being, my mental being, and my emotional being. And it really, really gave me the chance to change, to love myself. So, in looking at these three items, I was able to find a way to open my heart and love myself. Now, the funny thing was, each little thing that I did in each of those areas made a significant improvement in my life. So I really was surprised that I didn't have to like make huge changes to make significant differences in my life. So a little change went a long way. And by finding that key, just sitting down and asking and finding that first key, that put me onto a journey that actually sent me through 5 keys and completely changed my life. I now have a completely different career. I help other people with their journey, and I absolutely love it. I have a great relationship with my daughter. It's fun, it's open, we have a great time, and my health is doing significantly better. It's amazing what happens when you care for yourself. And you know what? I even put myself out on the dating market, working on all of it all at the same time. So every morning I wake up excited, empowered, strong, and looking forward to what the day has to offer. I love every day of my life. And yes, you have ups and downs and curves and turns, but I love myself, I love my life, and I look forward to everything. Now, this feeling of excitement should be in everybody's life. I truly believe that everybody deserves the opportunity to have this excitement in their life too. So I challenge you, look at your box, see your box, ask the question, what's the key to open the box? I bet it's going to be to love yourself because most of us don't love ourselves. Love yourself, open your heart, love yourself, and see what that does to your life. See how that changes it. I thank you so much for your time and I love your comments. Please make a comment below so I can and let me know how you enjoyed the message and if it changed your life, if you found your box, if you found your key, anything, just leave me a comment. And have an exciting, wonderful, and great day. Thank you.